As we share about community this week, I want to direct your attention today to the Old Testament, to the book of Ecclesiastes, to Ecclesiastes chapter 4, and especially verses 7 through 12. It's a wonderful little passage about the value of a friend. Having friends with whom we share life, we have a community of friends around us and of whom we're a part. It really enhances life, doesn't it? Friends are such a treasure and a blessing. And friends help us just as we help others who are our friends. And the verse of the day I want to share with you is verse 12 from Ecclesiastes chapter 4. And though one might prevail against another, two will withstand one. A threefold cord is not quickly broken. Again, in these brief little verses, in verses 9 through 12 in Ecclesiastes, we hear how two are better than one and how we can help someone. If someone falls, there's someone to help them get up. And if two are together, it's easier to keep warm than if you're by yourself. And so part of what Ecclesiastes directs us towards is the difficulty, the challenges that some of us may face in living alone. And many of you who are watching these videos, I know, live by yourself, and you can relate to some of these challenges that Ecclesiastes talks about. I can remember my dad's older sister, my Aunt Betty, talking after her husband had died about all the things that her husband used to do that now she had to do, or she had to figure out, or she had to have someone else come in and do. And when you live by yourself, that's a challenge. My sister Suzanne, who lives up in Maine, lives by herself, and the last time Jill and I were up visiting, she asked for my help in lifting something that was a little big, a little cumbersome, and it was much easier for two people than it would have been for one. And so in all these things, they're examples of why we all need friends and why we all need to be a friend to other people. And it's important to remember that that's a two-way street. We don't want to just always be asking other people to do things for us while never offering or taking the initiative to ask, how may I help you? Is there a way I can be of assistance to you? How can I pray for you? Is there an errand or a task that you might be able to do to help someone? Especially when someone is newly alone because they're grieving. Being specific is often very helpful. Saying to someone who's grieving, I'm here if you need me, isn't actually as helpful as saying, I would like to take you out for lunch. How is next Tuesday? Being specific is really beneficial and helpful. So take the initiative in being a friend. Think of the people in your life, even in your neighborhood, and keep making friends, no matter how old you are. Because our friends move away, our friends pass away. And it's important to continually be meeting people with whom you can share life, because a threefold cord is not easily broken.